And the price for this suite, it's so ridiculous. Welcome back, travel fans. I'm Morgan from the very unofficial travel guides, and it is a good thing that you are on the other side of that lens or the other side of that screen and not here with me in front of the sofa because I am getting sick. I've been coughing and sniffling and sneezing, and when I cough and when I sneeze, it burns in my lungs, and that is usually not a good sign. A lot of people that I work with are also sick, so yeah, I'm gonna get it. I feel like I'm gonna get it, and I'm kind of disappointed. I usually don't get sick. When I do get sick, it's usually something that has to do with my stomach, so I'm not the kind of person who gets like colds very often, but I can feel it coming. Something's swelling up down here. Anyways, you're not here to listen to me complain about being sick, but I know some of you like the tangents, so tangent number 1 out of the way. Today, I wanted to tell you about some things I was checking out on the internet, and it all has to do with the most expensive cruise cabin in the world. Yeah, I got the idea for this today, and this means, because I've never stayed in any of these cabins, it's not a Sunday story time. I'm just gonna call it Sunday sofa time. How does that sound? Sunday sofa time. Oh, I didn't put on my watch today. Oh well. So I did a little bit of research and I wanted to figure out what is the most expensive cruise ship cabin that I could book. And just a little bit of a disclaimer in advance, I don't know if these are really the most expensive ones. Maybe there's something more expensive. As I always say, this is the very unofficial travel guides. I've done a little bit of research, but I could have looked further. I could have, done more research. If you, at the end of watching this video, if you know of a more expensive way to book a cruise, please let me know in the comments below, because I can't imagine that it can get much more expensive than what I found in this research. I've got my computer down here, that's why I keep looking down here. So I researched 3 cruise lines, 2 of them that I've cruised with, Royal Caribbean and Norwegian, and then one of them that, like I said, I can't imagine that it can get more expensive than this. Let's start with Royal Caribbean, and I'm a little bit frustrated because Royal Caribbean has, on their bigger ships, they have several different classes of suites, and the biggest and most luxurious are called the star level. And I'm just gonna read what it says here on the website. It says, "This is the new definition of VIP. It isn't priority access, it's all access." And it starts with the most expansive and unbelievable suites at sea. Your Royal Genie takes your VIP status ship-wide by scoring you exclusive access to the best of everything on board. Every show, every restaurant, every activity, it's like the whole ship is yours as you enjoy one-of-a-kind experiences from bow to stern. All right, well, enough of that. And these suites are big. They're like multi-level suites with their own balconies and their own jacuzzis and multiple bathrooms. And if I read this right, they accommodate up to 6 people. But what I'm confused about is there's only 1 bedroom. So it's like, what is that? It's like 2 people in the bedroom and then 2 people sleep on the balcony? I don't know. And here's something that I find frustrating. I have been trying to pretend that I'm booking one of these suites, and I can't get to anything that will show me a price. Every time, like it says here, book today, and then I go through the whole process and try to book it, and it won't offer me one of those suites. The highest level suite I can book just over the website is a junior suite with a large balcony. And that's not the same thing. So I don't know how it is you're supposed to book one of these things. Maybe you have to go through a travel agent or something. And I really wanted to call up my friend Josh at cruisesbyjosh.com, who always helps me with this stuff. But it's like 4 in the morning there right now, so I'm not gonna do that. Sorry, Josh. Or you're welcome, Josh. I'm just gonna go here with the junior suite with a large balcony. And the price that I'm getting here for 2 guests is $7,854. And I can't really come up with, I can't see here what amenities that includes. Of all the research I've been doing today, I have to say the Royal Caribbean one is the one that has been the most confusing and the least satisfying. So sorry about that. And I was looking at the pictures, and for this junior suite with a large balcony, $7,854 for the cabin, that's a lot. It's too much. I mean, it just looks like a a larger cabin with a big balcony, but I can't find anything else about it that makes me think, all right, I guess that price is kind of justified. So I'm just gonna skip that and move on to Norwegian now, because this is where it starts to get really interesting. Okay, so moving on to Norwegian Cruise Line's most expensive suite, and this process was much easier than Royal Caribbean's. It was very easy to figure out what's the biggest one and how much does it cost. That's what I'm gonna talk to you about now. And this is what I thought was interesting. The largest suites on Norwegian are not on their newest ships. It's not like on the Escape or the Joy. They're on the Dawn and the Sky. So the suite is called a garden villa with 3 bedrooms. It is 6,694 square feet, which is gigantic. And it has place for up to 7 guests, it says. So let's look at some of the pictures here. This is what it looks like from the top, and I know the resolution isn't so great, but this is the resolution that, excuse me, this is the resolution that it is on the website, so that's the best I could bring to you. But look, it's got like a living room, and it's got these 3 bedrooms, it's got a jacuzzi in the bathroom, and then it's got a huge balcony out here with a jacuzzi out there and an outdoor shower. This looks fantastic. It's like an apartment at sea. It's up on the top deck, so of course you've got fantastic views. And I pretended like I wanted to book it, and this is what I came up with. It is a 7-day cruise from to Bermuda, starting in New York on the Norwegian Dawn. The dates would be 2nd of November to the 9th of November, and it would cost 9,089 euros. Oh, so that is how much? Hold on. $11,108. And now what I want to find out is that for the cabin or is that per person? What if I accidentally booked it? Well, then I guess I'd have to go. All right, so I selected it, pretended like I was going to book it, and now I can see the price has gone up. So that is the price per person. The price for that cabin for 2 people would be 18,178 euros, which is how many dollars? 18178. I'm entering it into xecurrency.com. That's what I always use to check this stuff out. So that would be $22,217 for this gigantic suite on a 7-day cruise. But let's talk about the amenities. Let's talk about the extra things that you get with it to sort of compensate for that price. It says here, you get your own personal butler and concierge. You get champagne, open bar, fresh fruit, water so bottles of water and soft drinks, 24-hour room service. I mean, everybody else gets that. You get your own espresso and cappuccino machine. You're invited to exclusive breakfasts and lunches. Oh, you can order anything from any of the specialty restaurants and it will be included in your room service. You can go to the cocktail parties with the ship's officers. Every night, a small snack is delivered to your suite. I want to say I read something here that says it also includes that they pick you up and bring you to the airport. But I can't find it now, so don't quote me on that. But that price, $22,000, what was it again? $22,217 for 2 people for a 7-night cruise in this gigantic thing. I think that's definitely out of my budget. I can't imagine, even if I had that kind of money, I can't imagine spending it on that. I mean, you know that I love to cruise, and you know that I'm into, getting the most out of my vacation dollars, but I mean, imagine that you had $22,000 extra and you could spend it on a week vacation. If you're one of those people, good for you. And please go visit www.patreon.com/veryunofficial. All right, moving on to the most expensive thing I could find. And like I said, there might be something more expensive than this. I don't know. This is just what I found today. And the cruise line is Regent 7 Seas. It's a line that I've never cruised with, The ships are relatively small. They're known as a luxury brand. And yeah, the cabin that I researched is the Regent Suite on the Seven Seas Explorer. And like I said, it's a smaller ship. I think actually all the cabins on board count as suites. So they all come with a certain level of luxury and extra things that you don't get on a normal cruise like Royal or Carnival or something like that. So this suite is also amazing. It's totally fancy schmancy. It is, can I see how many? It's 3,026 square feet, so it's smaller than the one on the Norwegian Dawn, which is interesting. The balcony is an additional 1,417 feet, so it's got a huge balcony. I'm showing you some pictures here. Like I said, they're also not a good quality, but that's the quality that was on the website. It includes 2 private balconies with an outdoor jacuzzi overlooking the bow of the ship, 2 spacious bedrooms, 2.5 marble and stone detailed bathrooms, 1 with a jetted tub. It's got a private in-suite spa. Oh, with its own steam room, sauna and jacuzzi. That sounds nice. King-size Savoie bed with Mollissima duvet in master bedroom. There's a spacious living room, private solarium, which I think means a place you can lay in the sun, right? 3 walk-in closets, 2 safes, custom Steinway Grand Baroque piano, which is, pretty fancy. And it can accommodate up to 6 guests. And I'm not sure if I should tell you the price first or tell you the extra things that you get. I think I'll tell you the price. Before I tell you the price, think of something. Think of what the price could be. And remember that suite on the Dawn, which is bigger than this, cost $22,000 for 2 people for a 7-night cruise. All right, so think of a price, write it down, or have it in your head, all right? Now, the cruise that I searched for here is it's a little bit longer, so take that in mind. It's a 12-night Northern Europe cruise up to the fjords and so Sweden and Norway, and it would be in June, so in the summer, which is a really great time to go up there. And the price for this suite, it's so ridiculous. It's 55,669 euros, and that is it says it's a special fare, so it's like on sale right now. And that is in dollars, $68,038.21 for that cabin. And you know what? That is per person. That is for 1 person, which means the total price for this 12-night cruise for this suite is over $100,000. Who has that kind of money? And why can't I be your friend? All right. That's so outside of anything that I could ever realistically imagine being able to spend on a 12-night vacation. However, there are some pretty awesome extras that you get. So let me go through the extras, and it's still so much money. You get free hotel at the port of departure. So that means they book you the hotel, and it includes all the transportation from the airport to the hotel and from the hotel to the port. So that's pretty cool. Free breakfast, and they take care of your bags, so you never have to touch your bags. Free unlimited laundry and dry cleaning. Free unlimited spa services in your suite, which means you can order a massage or a pedicure or a mani-pedi or a facial, whatever you want. You can order it every day. They come to your suite and do it in your suite, and you don't have to pay anything extra for it. So that is pretty bougie. Free Wi-Fi, at least. Free 15 minutes of ship-to-shore phone time. That's kind of weird to me. It's weird that it's, when you're paying this much money and they're throwing so many other free things your way. I can't believe that they limit it to 15 minutes, but that just must show you how expensive that technology is to use. And then they go through a list of like the shampoos and all these fancy soaps and aromatherapy things you can get, and tea and bath salts. Get a personal butler, priority boarding, which obviously, complimentary pressing on first night, which I think means you can give them all your fancy clothes and they'll iron them for you so you're all set up for the fancy dinners. And that's another thing that's included here, is that you have a VIP status to dinner, and it includes sitting with a senior officer every night. So totally not my thing. Not only are you so expected to dress up that they are going to, offer to press all your clothes on the first night of the cruise, but every night you go to eat, you're going to be sitting with a senior officer. So I don't know, something about that just doesn't sound fun to me. It sounds like being under pressure to act right and make sure you say the right things. And I don't know, it might be interesting, but it's not like I'm gonna worry about that this is ever gonna happen to me, right? You also get a welcome bottle of Veuve Clicquot and a fresh floral arrangement of your choice, one sumptuous in caviar service, personalized in suite, full liquor bar setup, so you can tell them what you like to drink and they'll put it in your suite. Oh, it just goes on and on and on. You know what, I'm gonna skip through a whole bunch of this stuff because it's really, these are some amazing amenities. The thing that I think is so special about this is not only is all that stuff included, but also included in this price, in addition to all that other stuff, are business class flights from your destination to the port and back. So, that is a huge package deal. That is a lot of amenities, but still, over $100,000. I just can't justify it. When I think if I had over $100,000 to spare, I would take 2 years off of work, I think that would be more beneficial than spending it on a 12-day cruise with all these amenities. What do you think? Okay, you guys, tell me your thoughts about this in the comments below. And if any of you have traveled at this level of luxury, please don't think I'm criticizing you, because I think it's awesome. If you're successful enough that you can afford that kind of thing, then go for it, because I would too. I'm sure that I would enjoy stuff like this too if I had that kind of money, but I don't. So that's the standpoint that I'm coming from. And I want to do something else now also that I'm going to start to do every week in these Sunday videos, and that I'm going to look at the video from last week and I'm going to answer some of your questions here on the video. So you can, if you write a comment, you might get answered next week in the video. By the way, Chili just started eating right over here, so if you hear some slurping sounds, it's the cat. All right, let's look at the comments here, and some of these I've replied to already on YouTube, but I'm going to do it here in the video now as well. I'm going to start here with one from Bonnie Bergstein. Hi, Bonnie. I see your comments all the time. You're like one of my VIPs. I know that you watch all my videos, and I'm so happy to see when you write to me again. So I'm going to go to your comment here. It says, I do not fall asleep watching your videos. Audiobooks have put me to sleep, even ones that are exciting. She's referring to something that I mentioned in my Sunday story time last week, and that was I wanted to know if anybody, while watching these longer videos of mine, if my voice puts them to sleep, because there's other YouTubers I watch that whenever I watch them I fall asleep, and so that's what she's referring here. She scored a 20 on my quiz, which was my Are You a Cruise Expert quiz. So go to my Facebook or look at the video from last week to find out what it is I'm talking about there. No virtual balcony for me. It might look neat, but I like to go out on the balcony and feel the wind on my face. She's never had a... Oh, wait a second. This is a really long comment. Bonnie, sorry. I'm not going to read all this right now, but I just wanted to say hi and thanks for your comments. All right. Going through here some of the other comments. Oh, Pete's page. Pete, I'm going to read this. I remember we've had a little conversation here about it. Pete writes, I was naked on the balcony when a female cleaner let herself in. She did blush, bless her. PMSL. PMSL, what does that stand for? I don't know. So I wrote to him then, did she fall in love immediately? And Pete wrote, well, I thought it was my wife, so I did a little shimmy, then I turned around with a big smile. Yep, love at first sight, LOL. That's kind of funny. I wonder if anybody's ever gotten in trouble for exposing themselves on a cruise ship. I'm sure they have. Jason Glazer says, a collaboration between you and the Sea Cruisers would be epic. I really hope that works out. I really do too. And as I always say, if you want to help me make it happen, then write to them and tell them that you want to see that. Tristan MT says, there's a channel called Sleep With Me. It's a podcast specifically to put you to sleep. I've dealt with really bad insomnia, and it's the only thing aside from tablets that help. I've tried your videos, but they draw me in too much, and it's always a subject I'm interested in. Yeah, Tristan, I actually went and checked out some of the Sleep With Me videos, and it's weird, they don't work for me. They don't have that like monotone, I don't know, there's something about them that it doesn't get me to that place. So I'm glad they work for you, but it's weird, they don't work for me. And I'm gonna do one more here, and it's from Little Starboard. Hey, you're also a person who comments all the time, and I'm always so happy to see you around. It says here, great video again. Something you could post as a survey would be, what do you pack in your suitcase for a cruise? Ooh, that is a good idea. I'm looking for more ideas for these quizzes or for these memes. And says here, oh, and by the way, the Escape by NCL has a shuffleboard below Food Republic on the starboard side. That's in reference to... in the quiz, I asked about shuffleboard, and I just think that's like a dying thing. Like, who really plays shuffleboard anymore? It's such an old tradition, and I don't know anybody who plays it, and I don't know the rules, but apparently they still put it on ships, so there's still people who want to play it. All right, thanks everybody for sticking around. Thanks for writing comments, and like I said, I'm going to answer some of your comments about this video on next week's video, so be sure to stay in touch for that. Subscribe to get an update. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. As always, special thanks to the people who support me on Patreon, including all the VIPs whose names are running over here right now. As soon as I'm done with this video, I'm going to make another video only for my patrons or my Patreons, so you all can look forward to that as well. And I look forward to seeing you again next week here in front of the red sofa. See you later. Bye. And don't get sick.